Hello, everyone, and welcome to Club at 22, the Rangers podcast, as we bring you live reaction to a massive deadline day news story. Brandon Barker has left Glasgow Rangers. Of course, I kid. Of course, I kid. We are here to discuss Aaron Ramsey joining Rangers on a loan move from Juventus until the end of the season. The 31-year-old Welsh captain was one of the biggest weekly earners in world football. And it's probably the biggest signing in Scottish football that I can remember in a very, very, very long time. I'm going to try my hardest to contain my excitement about this on this podcast. Of course, I am your host, Scott Carney. I'm with Ali Pearson. Ali, how are you?
Very good. This evening, we were discussing at work today, Carney. This signing came out of nowhere, and if somebody had told me after Dingwall on Saturday, Aaron Ramsey would be signing on Monday, I'd tell you to fuck off.
Yes, swearing from the start, mate. Love it. And I'm joined by also Tom Jones, aka Ryan Hamers. Yes, mate. Arise, Sir Ross Wilson. Ryan, how are you, mate?
Delighted. I don't know if my employers will be delighted with me because my productivity was zero today. Absolute zero, but buzzing with this. Absolutely buzzing, as you say. I think this is the biggest signing in Scottish football, certainly since Paul Gascoigne. It's huge.
Oh, definitely. It is. It's absolutely massive. I'm genuinely think I'm a wee bit shell shocked by this. Obviously, when the news first broke today, we were all a wee bit skeptical about it. Maybe, you know, what transfer deadline can be like, but it just gathered pace, and all of a sudden it was reliable sources coming out and saying things. And we have managed to pull it off. Obviously, we've all been sitting patiently waiting for this. But I'll try and put into words what this signing means for Rangers and just how excited you are. The fact that Rangers have managed to attract a name and a calibre of player like Aaron Ramsey to Ibrox.
Oh, it's massive. I mean, we've been crying out for the box-to-box player, but I'd never, in my wildest dreams, thought we could attract a player of Aaron Ramsey, who's on reportedly £400,000 at Juventus. I mean, it's mental, and he's just turned 31, 26th December, so decent age to come here. I know he's not played many games for Juventus this season, but you know he's Wales' number one player along with Bale, and obviously he wants to play football. He wants to try and get to the World Cup of Wales. So it's massive, like you say. It probably goes back to when we signed Gascoigne in terms of how big it is. The last big one in Scottish football, I think we touched on it at work today, Carney. I did hear David Edgar say it as well. Was probably, if you look to the other side of the city, in terms of Robbie Keane at the time was a big signing. So, but in terms of us, I never thought we could attract somebody like that, especially the way modern day football is now. It's mental, but it's special. And that midfield three of Kamara, Aaron Ramsey, and Joe Aribo, with a top line of Ryan Kent, Alfredo Morelos, and Diallo. Inject that right into me, and that is your front six for Wednesday night.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. It really is. It is unbelievable. And as you talk about it and you say the names that we now have lining up in the team, it's unreal. Ryan, your thoughts on today's absolute madness and finally getting the confirmation, mate? And I thank you, mate, for battling the elements, mate, to get to where you are to do this pod. But surely it was worth it for this news.
Oh, it was worth it. I almost forgot what I was sad about from the weekend, but it's phenomenal. As Ali said, I never thought I'd see a player like this to come into Ibrox. Maybe like, obviously when Defoe came to Rangers, that was a big name, but he's just turned 31. He's literally just turned 31, and we've not mentioned it yet, but he's played over 70 times for his country as well. He's a top international player. And it just shows you. I wouldn't be surprised if and I know he's got his Arsenal links because he played, I don't know, 250 games for them or whatever it was. But if he'd rocked up at White Hart Lane or whatever it's called, or Everton or Aston Villa today, you wouldn't have been surprised to see Aaron Ramsey sign for a Premier League team, because that's the calibre of player that he is. for him to turn up at Ibrox today and also turn around and give it to 55 at the front doors, by the way, let's get that in there, is phenomenal. I'm trying to keep this clean, but
somebody's very quick at screenshotting. That's what I'll say.
he done brilliant. It's already in the background in my phone. It's replaced the boys. But it is literally party in the pants stuff, Scott. I'm delighted.
It really is. Curry Muncher, but seriously, guys, it's really biggest news. The deadline day of losing Brandon Barker. The day just kept getting better. It kept getting better. As I say, we're obviously getting very close to being linked with Ramsey. It was gathering pace. It was coming from sources that were very credible. And then Brandon Barker leaves the club. And I wish no hard wishes to him or anything. I hope he goes on and has a successful career somewhere else. But I just told you that he just wasn't the right fit for Rangers. But Ali, this one, it did come out of nowhere. Look, we say it all the time about Rangers. We say they keep their cards quite close to their chest. They don't really leak anything at all. So to do this and to get it done and to keep it as quiet as they've kept it, because this hasn't just happened today. This has been going on for a while. There is no doubt about that it's been going on for a while. There's no way Ross Wilson, no matter how great I think the guy is after pulling this one off, because it's incredible business, there is no way that this has just happened today. So I think it's all put us on a wee bit of the back foot. And as Ryan said, this is the Welsh captain that he's been playing in the Serie A. He's like on a lot of money. I can't. I have not been this excited since Steven Gerrard was announced as Rangers manager. Yeah,
I don't think Ross Wilson, after Saturday when we chucked 2 points away, went, I will go out and get Aaron Ramsey. That'll appease the Rangers fans. I don't think it's as easy as that. I think this has been bubbling in the background, like you say. Rangers don't leak stuff these days, but a guy that, the profile of him, to keep that under wraps, you would have thought there'd be a sniff of something, and there was nothing until I was driving into work today, and I think it was Ryan was the first one in the group chat about it, and I'm looking at it going, no, this is because we've seen it with Van Persie 3-4 transfer windows ago. We were linked with him, and it never came anything. I had that in the back of my head today. I didn't believe it, but then credible people on Twitter were coming out with it, and you're starting to go, I said to you, Carney, like, no, there's something in this. There's definitely something in it, and it's happened. And I feel a wee bit sorry for the Polish guy we announced today, because he's been kind of glossed over.
He was like cannon fodder today, wasn't really? It was like every time nobody wanted to see it. It was just like, no, I'm not interested in that.
Yeah, I think his name is Mateusz Zawowski, I think.
Zakowski, yeah.
Yeah, right back. So we might as well give him a wee shout, because we did sign him today as well.
No.
But yeah, he was glossed over. I think when he was announced earlier on, Rangers fans went, just come on, we want the Ramsey one. But no, it's exciting. It's exciting. I don't know how much fit he is. I know I said put him on Wednesday. I don't know how much fit he is, but he's here to play football. So I think if he's ready to go, he'll want to play on Wednesday.
I don't think there's any doubt about that. I think if he's fully fit, I mean, he looked pretty in shape. Obviously, he's wearing he's probably about his 14 grand suit or suit jacket when he was walking into the stadium. Not that I care, it makes it even better. But he looked like he was in right shape. Ryan, you're kind of running out of ways to praise and to give the plaudits to Ross Wilson. This has to be. I can't genuinely think of the last player that was coming to Scotland that's going to generate as much as this. And it's not just great for Rangers, and take my blue tinted glasses off as well. It's huge for Scottish football.
It's huge, and you obviously get the Moonhillers and the people who are bitter about it, and people who just hate Rangers to death. They'll always have a negative to say about anything that Rangers do. But anyone with a proper mind, a proper head on them will know this raises the profile of Scottish football. The same way it raised the profile of Scottish football when Roy Keane and Robbie Keane came into Scottish football, whether you like it or not, that did raise the profile. In the same way Gerrard did. This is an unbelievable signing and an unbelievable coup by Ross Wilson. I have watched that Many Men video 100 times of Ross Wilson. So hats off to the guy who made that. That's phenomenal. But he's done it again. He really has, and I love the way Rangers do their business now. Everything's kept quiet. As Ali said, this is a high-profile player. How Rangers have kept this quiet, I will never know. Because usually if anything does leak, it's from the other side, and how that's been kept quiet.
Mm-hmm.
The first whispers I heard was first thing this morning from an unknown Italian journalist who had maybe a couple of thousand followers on Twitter, and I thought, cool, this is the nonsense story today. But no, it's turned out true, and I know we've seen big names come up here before, not to this level recently, but the likes of Joey Barton come up here and gave it plenty. But he was at a totally different level for Aaron Ramsey. Aaron Ramsey should walk up here. He's that good that he should walk up here. And he strikes me as somebody who's got the right head on him and the right mentality and the correct attitude to make it here, whereas Joey Barton didn't. So I am extremely excited about Aaron Ramsey signing, and I can't wait to see him in a blue shirt. I don't know if it's going to be on Wednesday. I have my doubts that he'll start on Wednesday. He might get an appearance, but yes, I'll certainly see him in the flesh on Saturday. I can't wait for it.
I cannot wait. I was come in for work, constantly refreshing Twitter like everybody else, waiting for it to happen. Had every sports channel I could think of on, flicking between different things. Had my phone in my hand when I was cooking dinner. Nearly dropped my phone in a pan, I don't know how many times. Just constantly refreshing it, waiting for it to be confirmed. Obviously, it was getting closer. Then we seen the pictures of him going into Ibrox, and when Fabrizio Romano obviously get involved earlier on today, you start to, whoa, there's traction in this, because 9 times out of 10 he's spot on. He really is. The guy's he's well sourced up. He tends to know things, and it's just massive. I'm actually struggling to control myself to be a host of a podcast here. I'm kind of struggling because my mind just keeps going, Aaron Ramsey's a Rangers player. Like, loan or not, I mean, it's just unbelievable business. It really is. And obviously all the usual stuff's going to get flung at him. Oh, he's past it. He's only 31. He's got chocolate legs. I think he's had 3 serious injuries in his career, which is not bad going for considering where he's played football. I think he's fell out of favour at Juve. He's obviously on an absolute fortune there because Juve didn't pay a transfer fee for him, so they offered him ridiculous wages. Obviously, why would you not take it? As I say, it's in the top 10 European football players that are weekly paid, which is again absolute madness we've managed to get here. Ali, we don't know how the structure of the deal's going to work. None of that's really come out yet. I'm almost certain Rangers won't be playing much, if any, of his wages. There might be a fee involved in order to... The one that I seen was it was going to be £2 million. We'll pay up front to cover fees, costs, etc., stuff like that. But in terms of the team, in terms of what we were looking for within the team, how can a player, even if you don't think the midfield needed strengthened or not, how can a player of Aaron Ramsey's experience, his calibre, his talent, not add to our team?
Yeah, I mean, like Ryan said, I'm surprised a lot. I think some Premiership teams did have a go at him. I know Burnley was one of them. I think Newcastle were sniffing about, Villa another one apparently, but yeah, we've been wanting a box-to-box player. That's why Scott Arfield's come in recently. He's kind of played that position. And I like Scott Arfield a lot, and I think he's been brilliant recently for Rangers. But unfortunately for Scott Arfield, I think Aaron Ramsey will take his position in that midfield. I really do. Like I said earlier on, when Alfie's back for Colombia, that 6 I said, I think that'll be the 6 going forward. I really do. It'll be Kamara, Ramsey, Aribo, that's frightening. And then a top 3 of, and I'll say it again, Kent, Morelos and Diallo. That's pace, power. I can't wait to see it. I really can. But yeah, I don't know if he'll start Wednesday. I really don't, because we don't know how fit he is. I don't know the last game he played for Juventus. I think it was October, possibly. I think I heard somebody say
November. I think it was.
Yeah, so do you throw him in an Old Firm? I don't know. Scott Arfield's been decent in that position at the moment, so it'll be interesting to see what happens on Wednesday night. But even if he doesn't start, you stick him on the bench, definitely.
No disrespect to Scott Arfield here, Ryan. If Aaron Ramsey's fit, if Aaron Ramsey's 75% fit, he starts for me on Wednesday night.
Yeah, Scott Arfield's a great player for us. I'm a big fan, but Aaron Ramsey is a world-class player, and it comes down to that. Arfield's brilliant at breaking the lines, and he plays that role superbly for us. But Aaron Ramsey is, as we say, box to box. That's what type of player he is. He will do both jobs, which is, he goes straight into the team. But remember, this is Monday night. We play them on Wednesday. We will train tomorrow. The preparation for that match is already underway. The tactics for that match is already underway. I don't think that Gio will then slot him in tomorrow as part of it. I just don't see it. And that's why I think it's too close to the Old Firm game for him to muck about with his plan or his tactics for one player. So I think Arfield will start. I'll give you the rest of my lineup.
No.
I just don't think.
Wrong show, Ryan. Wrong show.
I know. I'm too excited. I'm ahead. Don't blame me. I brought my props. All right, I brought my props. I just think that it's too early for him. This will be fantastic. And I hope I'm glad that I remembered this. I hope all the young fans enjoy this, like my son, or even like the Union Bears, because they've never seen this before. They've never experienced a high profile player signing for Rangers, because this is huge. And I hope every one of the fans enjoy it, because this takes me back to when Gascoigne signed, and it's what a buzz it is. It's great to be a Rangers fan.
It really is what a buzz. I say, just constantly walking back and forth, and I was even worse. It was all right at work because there's certain things that could keep me distracted, but when I got home from work, it was like pacing up and down the house, man. I was doing my own head in, just like wanting it to be confirmed. And yeah, this is one of it's the biggest signing in a generation, and there will be your spot on, mate. There's going to be a lot of younger supporters that have never seen something like this. Obviously, Gerrard was huge in the fact that he was a manager, a massive footballing name coming to the club, but this is a football player, and it's incredible. It really is. Ali, obviously, it was just me that did the post-match on Saturday. I don't want to get into that too much. We'll cover more of that tomorrow, probably on Club Deck Corner, but people were talking about the swing. They're talking about the swing and the momentum and everything else that's going on. The way Rangers have performed, us dropping points, them getting a last-minute winner. So it was the momentum was building, and the talk of the swing was happening. If the swing was happening, this is a hell of a good way to try and put a stop to it.
Yeah, the mood wasn't great on Saturday. Obviously, the way we chucked 2 points away, the way they scored in the last minute, you could feel a swing. Yeah, it's. I don't think we needed galvanised, but it has kind of galvanised the Rangers support together, and we're ready to go now, because it's a huge signing, and yeah, it gives a buzz now. It gives a buzz going in. We didn't have that buzz going into Wednesday night, but it gives us. I mean, I don't know what's momentum. I don't know, but it's just huge. It's a huge signing, and I can't wait to hear his interview as well, see what he says.
Yeah, Ryan, I think it's going to be very interesting to find out what he says. And Alex put spot on there. Why did he choose to come to Rangers? What's made him choose to come here? What would your opinion be before we hear him? It's probably already out on Twitter. But what's your opinion? Why do you think he's decided to come to Rangers? Apart from we're the biggest team in the world, obviously.
Aye, and apart from we other people, and obviously we're champions as well. Listen, I had a phone call with somebody this morning, and we were talking maybe for 5-10 minutes of why would he come here. He's obviously someone who's not financially motivated, wants to play football, wants to play at the right club, wants to take his opportunity. I'd imagine a bit like Defoe. Defoe probably had these choice of clubs to go to. He could have went for a payday elsewhere and decided to come up here. And said I think he's quoted as saying today it's one of the best decisions of his footballing career. But I had a conversation with someone I know, and we were speaking today about who could possibly talk him into this. And I wondered, was Aaron Ramsey at the club as a youth player when Van Bronckhorst was there? Because that's the link that I made. I thought, I wonder if Van Bronckhorst already knew him, or if he maybe just started training with his first team. So that'll probably all come out if it's not already on social media just now. But you wonder if that's maybe the link, and he's kind of talked him into coming up here. But I definitely think he's been sold. He's been sold the club by someone, so it's great to see, and I can't wait to hear his interview to hear what he's saying about us.
Yeah, I promise I won't keep you too long, lads. I just felt it was very important that we come on and give our reaction, because I say I needed to let it all out somewhere. As I say, I'm telling the missus and she's going, I don't know who Aaron Ramsey is. I've never heard of the guy. And I'm like,
you'll know now.
I shall know now. Once there's I'm sure the UB are already creating a song for him, which is pretty special. Ryan, does he start the Old Firm for you?
No, he doesn't start the Old Firm for me. Sorry to piss on the parade a wee bit. He doesn't start the Old Firm game for me because I don't believe he'll be match sharp, and I think Gio will have started these preparations already for the Old Firm match. So you can pretty much stick your money on him starting now that I've said that.
Yeah, probably. Ali, you starting him?
I think I'm in the same camp as Ryan, to be honest. I think Curry Muncher said there the last time he played was like for Wales in November. So 3 months ago, he's not played football. Big game. Scott Arfield, for me, plays that position where he would play. He's playing well. So I would personally start Arfield. As much as I would love to put Aaron Ramsey in that team straight away, I think he'll go with Arfield.
Yeah, possibly. Curry Muncher's made a comment here. Scott's missus, how come you weren't this excited when I told you I was pregnant? No, I'm going to firmly say no comment to that. I will firmly say no comment, but yeah, I'm rather excited today. Can
I ask a question, Carly, just before we go off? Do you think the name Ramsey could pass for a baby girl and a baby boy?
Oh, possibly, mate. Never thought about that. Don't know if I'm a fan of Ramsey Carney, but like to ending in Y, I'm not too sure about that one.
Just Aaron then.
Just Aaron. No, definitely won't be Aaron. Definitely won't be Aaron. That's for sure. Also, I'd give a shout out to a guy that will remain nameless, even though his name starts in Ga and ends in Ari. He used to be in school with me. He was in my year in school, and he wrote on social media today his own stupidity that if Aaron Ramsey signs for Rangers, he will streak down the street naked. So right now in a West Coast town, somewhere between Gourock and Port Glasgow, he's running about the streets naked, I would imagine. So well done to you, Gary. Never write things on social media, it'll come back and bite you. Yeah, look, it's just that it's an unbelievable day. It's an unbelievable feeling to have somebody of this calibre at our football club. And to add to the best of it all, it's so left field. It's so out with what we thought we would be able to attract to this football club in money terms and everything. That considering where we've been, and this will reverberate around the world of football, and it will reverberate right through the east end of Glasgow, because they will not be able to cope with this. They'll not be able to deal with this, and that makes it just a little bit sweeter. It has been an incredible day. It's incredible business by Rangers, and I could not be happier, and I cannot wait to see them. I don't know if Rangers are going to be in a position to buy him. It looks like it's a loan with option to buy. Who knows? It might not happen. It might happen, but all I'll say is let's try and enjoy this, because this is something special. And Ali, I think it does show we are now past that calibre of trying to attract £2 million, £3 million players. We have now took that next step. We are now back on the European stage. We are now attracting somebody like Aaron Ramsey, albeit on a loan, but we've took that next step now.
Yeah. And Diallo, who we got from Man United, who's one of their biggest prospects coming up, reportedly spent near enough 30-odd million from Atalanta too. So we've got him, the Polish boy, which I feel sorry for again, but he's there. But yeah, it just shows where we've came from the transfer windows we've had previously. I mean, in January, this is what transfer deadline's all about. I mean, this is what it is all about. And the one in the summer was underwhelming in terms of John Lundstrom was our marquee signing, if you want to say, but what an upgrade in Aaron Ramsey in January. So, yeah, buzzing to see him in the blue top.
Yeah, Ryan, it does show we've taken that next step now. We're now a big European club again. And I know that might sound ridiculous and pie in the sky stuff, but the proof is in the signing, I'll say.
Yeah, there's plenty of people who have left the club recently, Gerrard and others, who have said exciting times are ahead for Rangers. Dave King said that they're all on record as saying it because they've known the ambitions of the club. They've known that this kind of day has been working in the background for some time. We could get beat on Wednesday and Dortmund could pump us out, but we are still Rangers. We're back to where we should be, and we are back to the levels that Glasgow Rangers should be. There are an element of the Moonhowlers who have been so obsessed in us going through liquidation that they never seen this day coming, and they never thought for a second that Rangers would win the league, never mind get back to signing players of this calibre, but we're here and it's not going away. This is how Rangers are now, and I am extremely excited to see Aaron Ramsey in this blue shirt. But yeah, it's a great bit of business for Rangers. Brilliant.
Yeah. Curry Muncher's asked for a song, mate. You up for it? I actually noticed Jamie Lowe was like just putting every Tom Jones songs he could think of into the comments as well, which is superb. Just quickly in the rest of the window, obviously we have signed the right back, the 20-year-old, the Polish, what's his name, Zukowski. Again, I know very little about him. Obviously, we kind of called out for a right back. Obviously, that Patterson had left, and they've went out and done so. Don't know much about him. I don't think any of you do. So there's not really a great deal we can get into regarding that. The last thing I will say is obviously Hearts have continuously knocked back offers to bring Suter to the club. So Ali, will we be a Rangers player before midnight?
You never know.
I'm asking you like you're going, yeah, like you know.
Like I know. I don't know. I don't think so. They might put one last wee bid in the last 5-10 minutes of the window, but I think Hearts are playing hardball because I would like to see him in for the Old Firm, but yeah, if I don't know if Balogun's fit or whatever for the Old Firm, or we continue with Bassey there, but I don't think he'll be in Suter.
Sorry, I'm just going to go off topic. Sorry, my phone's going mental, by the way, so I keep looking down. Jamie Lowe's just sent this in how you were talking about many men. I don't know if you will see this, but I'll put it up. There's a picture of Aaron Ramsey, and just look who you see in the background. I don't know if it will work.
Oh, it's Ross Wilson.
Oh, yes.
That's absolutely brilliant, isn't it?
Absolutely brilliant. What a man.
I don't know if anybody's watching Sky Sports just now in the comments, if you can confirm to me what number he's wearing. But Ryan, before we recorded, you said it was...
Yeah, but just breaking news here. I've just got this coming in that he will be squad number 16, taking Nathan Patterson's. And somebody's now going to get into the comments and go, can it be number 16? Such and such is number 16.
Yeah, probably.
16, because he was that for Arsenal, so.
Yeah, it is 16, though. Everybody's saying 16. That's good.
Well,
yeah,
I'll get the credit on Sky Sports for that, I'm sure. So.
Yeah, it's 16. No, brilliant. Yeah, that's superb. That's excellent. Well done, Ryan. It was well figured out before we had to go live, mate. That was well figured out. So yeah, credit goes to you for that, mate. Ryan, do you think Suter's going to be here before the end of the window?
I don't, because it sounds like Hearts are desperate to cut their nose off to spite their face. So that's fine, absolutely fine. I've already made my views clear on what I would do with Hearts. But if we have bid 400, 500 grand, if that was our last bid, then I would go in at a minute to midnight with a bid of 50 grand.
Do you think Hearts will play Suter on Sunday?
No, they won't play him. No, they won't play him. That's it. I don't know why they're playing this game, Hearts. They seem to be quite bitter about us getting them on a pre-contract, but that's what happens when you don't sign your players up. So unlucky, Hearts.
Yeah, it's ridiculous, really. Because 300 grand for a guy that's worth 2.5, 3 million at tops, with 6 months left in his contract, and they won't take that. Yeah, it's a bit crazy. And I seen a stat, something about the difference between finishing third and fourth is like 250 grand, but we're going to give them 300 now. I mean, but they're saying they're keeping a hold of them, so they finish third. Yeah, that's ridiculous, to be absolutely honest. Yeah, so look, we'll leave it there, gentlemen. We need to go try and all calm down. I've got to go to bed because I need to go up and go to work. But it's just a great day. Really, really is. It's a massive step forward for Rangers. It really is, and having Aaron Ramsey at this football club is absolutely tremendous. I really couldn't be much happier about that. A few people have said in the comments as well, kudos to the Rangers rabble that went for about 2 hours tonight waiting for this news to break. So that was that's dedication and a half. That I watched a wee bit of it as well while I was flicking through different things. So that's well done to them. So if you are new here, please do subscribe to the YouTube channel. Give the video a wee like. That would be very much appreciated. Thank you everybody that's encouraging that. Thank you all for tuning in and your comments. Far too many to go through, but it's great to see the buzz, to feel the buzz. It's incredible, and that's why we like to come on and do these kind of reaction ones when something big breaks, because it's great to see everybody absolutely buzzing. We will be back tomorrow night with a Club Deck Corner, where we'll maybe have calmed down a little bit, maybe not too much. I probably won't have, and we'll break down things a wee bit more, and we'll obviously start the build up to the Old Firm on Wednesday night. So for just now, Ali, thank you very much, mate.
No problem. Just shows you the difference between Saturday and Monday night. What a big player can do at your mid. If Rangers go and drop points like that again before a transfer window and they bring a player in the calibre of Aaron Ramsey, and I'd be quite happy, to be honest.
Yeah, I know. So we'll get into that tomorrow, mate. I'm sure we'll bring ourselves back down to earth when we have to talk about the county game again. Ryan, thank you very much for, as I say, braving the elements, mate, and getting to where you had to be to record, mate. Thank you.
No worries, mate. I'll need to come off the ceiling and give my reaction to Saturday. That'll be fun tomorrow night.
No.
I said in the last pod we did, I did say that I had a feeling Rangers would do a bit of business and bring a couple in, and I said trusting this board, trusting the people that are running Rangers now, and they've delivered, and we should enjoy that. And I'd also like to give a shout out to John Hartson for reminding me on social media today that we won a treble when he was at Celtic. Thanks, John.
Thanks, John, you idiot. Yes, it's always good that him and Chris Sutton couldn't contain themselves today. They were miserable with sin. The pain and the rent-free of Rangers living in their head never, ever gets old. It really doesn't. So, yeah, enjoy the rest of the night, everybody. Try and get some sleep if you possibly can. Don't think I will, because I'm going to be constantly watching videos of Aaron Ramsey, which is superb. So we will be back tomorrow night. We are Club at 22, the Rangers podcast. Thank you, everyone.